And we are live for this
Hello.
episode of Crash Next to
Hello,
I'm with,
Engines of
I'm with
What's up, everyone?
SP4449, my real friend Elijah.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to talk about? I'm gonna search the locomotives, and now we're gonna talk about Steamtown.
Yeah, and send us the link for it for the Wikipedia because sometimes when I research
Or
this kind of stuff,
is there one with the Amtrak F40PH?
Oh, by the way, some
I
guy
should
actually
send
made
you
a fan art for me. Actually, they made a Uzi fan art because I love that character from Murder Drones.
And and also remember the Amtrak and CSX
Diego!
derailment
Hey,
that
guys!
happened in 2018.
And what'd you say? Sorry, Alan, can you?
Remember the Amtrak and CSX derailment that happened somewhere in North
Hey, Benji,
Carolina
Train, you wanna
It was
join?
actually a collision. First of
2018,
all,
February
collision.
2018.
it was a
So,
collision.
Manuel, I just send you the link.
Collision, yeah.
It wasn't a derailment.
I'm going to show y'all something.
What's up? Whoa. Okay, let's not see that kind of stuff. Okay.
Hold on, look.
Because it's copyrighted.
No, guys. I'm just going to show you a clip, an image real quick. All right. Look,
Okay. If it's a picture, then that's fine.
Hat and lady hat right there. But do you know who that is?
Who?
Dowager Hat.
Dowager Hat?
Yeah. Sir Topham Hat's mother.
Yeah, Dowager Hat.
Yeah.
But wait, wasn't she the one with the green outfit?
Yeah, but this was on her birthday, and she was wearing red this time, or pink this time.
Pinkish, I think. Pinkish.
Anyways, Manuel, I sent you the link at Steamtown. So you want to talk about the first locomotive?
Yeah. Just give me a second. It's just that I need to check the.
We should talk about the Rahway Valley number 15.
Hey, stop! Those whistles are copyrighted.
End of discussion, just like Sasha from Amphibian.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
end of discussion.
Okay.
No
I
background noise.
I got it,
You
bro.
got the link?
All right.
You should read
Yep,
the
I
locomotive.
pressed it. You guys hear me?
And also, you should read the history about the Rahway Valley Railroad number 15. I'll also send you the link, just in case if you're curious.
Okay, sure. All right, do you want me to start reading?
So you'll read about the locomotive. Like every locomotive that we're going to go on Steamtown, we're going to start with the ones that aren't that famous, like Rahway Valley number 15.
Okay, sure, gotcha.
I sent you
All
the
right.
link in the comments of the live stream.
Yeah, I already got it.
So you should
ready.
read it.
Okay,
Read it.
Sure.
You should read the
Steamtown,
history.
USA was a steam locomotive museum that ran steam excursions out of the North Walpole, New Hampshire, and Bellows Falls, Vermont. From the 1960s to the 1983, the museum was founded by millionaire seafood industrial F. Nelson Blunt. The non-profit Steamtown Foundation took over operations following his death in 1967. Because of Vermont's air quality regulations restricting steam excursions, declining visitor attendance, and disputes over the use of track, some pieces of the collection were relocated to Scranton, Pennsylvania in the mid-1980s. And the rest were auctioned off. After the move, Steamtown continued to operate in Scranton, but failed to attract the expected 200,000 to 400,000 visitors. Within 2 years, the tourist extraction was facing bankruptcy, and more pieces of the collection were sold to pay off debts.
I don't want to hear any copyright. Whoever's playing that, you should mute it. End of discussion.
Please.
Like session.
Please, dude. All right, go ahead. Do I continue the reading?
Hello.
You should read
Hello,
about
I'm back.
the Rahway Valley number 15.
Okay. Let me find it. The history?
It's in the comments. In the live stream.
Oh.
Rahway Valley.
Okay. Just give me a second. Give me a second. All right, I got it. Let me just got it. Okay.
Yo,
All right. I got it.
You should read the history.
Hey, hello,
History,
Racy
gotcha.
boy.
All right,
How you
history.
doing?
Good.
So in
Okay.
Wait.
In 1926, 20 suffered freeze damage to its bridge, necessitating its return to Baldwin for repairs.
don't forget to mention that the Rahway Valley Railroad number 15 is a steam locomotive on display at Steamtown National Historic Site, and it was built by the Baldwin Locomotive Works as on the West Railroad number 20 in 1916. And you
my bad.
Continue reading the 1926
What about Alex?
Okay. Everyone, quiet
What
down,
about
please.
Alex?
Thank you. Okay, in 1926, 20 suffered freeze damage to its bridges, necessitating its return to Baldwin for repairs. While at Baldwin, 20 slide valve cylinders were replaced with piston valve cylinders. 20 was sold to the Railway Valley Railroad in
Galway
1937
Valley
and renumbered.
37. And renumbered
Yep.
to
In 1937, it was renumbered to
What
15.
about Alex?
Yep.
What about Alex?
Alex, what?
Alex, this will become mine.
Oh, hold on. It lasts like let me just read the whole entire thing. It ran renovate and
Revenue service.
Hello,
Revenue
Alex.
Service. Yeah, I'm
Hello,
sorry, I
Alex.
misspelled that. Revenue Service in
Hello.
November 28,
Hello.
1953, before being
Mhm.
replaced by number
I'll
17,
show you.
a
I'll be
GE
right back.
70-ton switcher. The president of the railroad, George Clark, did not wish to see number 15 scrapped, however. It was
Okay,
placed
Aldo.
in a heated undercover storage pending
Okay,
further
Aldo.
development for the next 6 years. At
Aldo?
one point, it was hoped
Okay, Aloe.
the engine would be out on public display in
Okay, Aldo.
Kenworth, New Jersey, but
guys,
space
I
surrounding
found
the railroad
something
was
cursed.
limited.
What is
Alan.
this?
What?
Why?
Wait, what happened? What's going on?
Look at
Is that
Thomas.
Thomas the Tank Engine as an elephant?
Oh my god, an elephant. Wait, isn't it the elephant from Henry and the Elephant?
Okay, Aloe.
This is the Thomas one.
Dang.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
Aloe.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Wait, think.
Okay, Racy
Lightning
Boy, please stop,
McQueen.
please stop, please stop. Let's just talk about this thing.
Okay, sorry.
My
It's
bad.
fine. All right. Oh,
Let's
who
get
wants to
going,
read the
Aloe.
next one? Is anyone on the same
I'll
page
read
with me
it.
or no? All right,
I'll
go ahead,
do
go
it.
ahead.
I'll do
Go
it.
ahead, go ahead.
So it was donated to F. Nelson Blount in May of 1959 and it was received at Wakefield, Massachusetts on June 5th of that year. Blount chose to restore the locomotive and operate at Steamtown in 1962. It also traveled to Boston to be filmed in the movie called Cardinal, and the locomotive was later became Green Mountain Railroad number 15, formation of that railroad, and it remained under the Green Mountain name until 1973 and was later referred to Raleigh Valley number 15. Number 15's last run was on August 12, 1973, when a boiler tube flew out, scalding Andy Barbera, who was operating as the locomotive engineer at the time. And also, since the services of the locomotive were not needed at that time, the repairs were not done and remained undone by the time that a Steamtown special history was written. And also, when the 15's boiler tube blew out, it kind of looked similar to a crown sheet failure and a catastrophic boiler explosion. Imagine if that happened, then it would be tragic and sad, Manuel.
What'd you say?
Yes, so Raleigh Valley number 15, and also its last run was on August 12, 1973, when its boiler tube blew out, scalding Andy Barbera, who was operating as the locomotive engineer at the time. And the locomotive could have suffered a boiler crown sheet failure or a boiler explosion. That would be dangerous, Manuel. That would be dangerous.
I mean, yeah, like, what's even more worse? Like, what if that
Yeah.
actually happened instead of the Gettysburg one? Like, think about it. What do you think?
Yeah.
That would have been more worse than that,
too.
or was it
Yeah,
beyond worse?
I think so. And then the Steamtown Specialist History Study recommended that the engine to be cosmetically and operationally restored, as it had served in the northeastern quarter of the United States and had been serviced. At
And that's where the Chase Maryland collision happened.
Hey, Alan.
Right there.
Lackawanna Scranton shop.
Aloe?
And as of 2021, the locomotive
Yeah.
is displayed
Let me see
as
on YouTube.
inoperable at
Me.
Steamtown National Historic Site.
Yep, definitely. But like, this is something else that we're also going to talk
Let me
about. Like,
see
what
your
are we talking
phone
about mainly
on
about this
YouTube,
thing,
me.
about this new crashing activities? Which one is it? Like, which we're talking
We
about?
should also talk about the Illinois Central 790.
All right, send a link for in the comments.
I'll send you the information about Illinois Central 790.
Gotcha.
And Alan, do you want to read it?
Yeah, let someone read it.
Sure.
How about we take turns? We take turns. Like,
Yeah.
Elijah, you go first.
And
I'll
here's
go
the
second.
link. Here's the link
Right.
of the Illinois Central 790.
Let's just try making this like more suitable. Let's just try making this here. You know what? Like, let's just do this. Let's do this like in order. Elijah's first. He goes there. I go second. Alan goes third. Racy Boy, if he wants to participate, he can do it in the 5th or the 4th. Diego can also assist the 2 for 5th, and Relfan can go with the 6th.
Oh.
I mean, that sounds equal. It sounds equal. Sounds good.
All right, man.
Anyway,
I just had to
I
get
got
the
the
card
link.
chair.
All right.
Did you find the link of the 790, Alan?
It's right there in the comments, dude.
Yeah.
The Illinois
I'm gonna
Central
copy it.
790.
Which one do I get?
It's the third
790,
one, the last
that I'm
one.
showing you right now.
It's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in the comments, dude.
Here's a chat.
Yeah, good.
Now,
King?
I'm gonna try.
Let me see on YouTube.
I'm right here. Here, I got it.
Right, so
790,
here,
Illinois Central 790.
right now here. Right now I'm here. It says the locomotive was built in 1903 by American Locomotive Company as a 280 Constellation type. It was originally owned by Chicago Union Transfer Railway and numbered 100. It and sisters 101 and 103 were sold to Illinois Central Railroad Company in 1904 and renumbered 641 and 644. The railroad, which dated back to 1851, operated 4,265 miles of track between Chicago, Illinois, and New Orleans, Louisiana. This locomotive pulled heavy freight in Tennessee and must have seen hard service for reportedly the Illinois Central rebuilt it in 1918, modernizing it with a superheater and possibly replacing the boiler and firebox. And then and in January 1943, the 4 locomotives were renumbered 790, 793, and remained in service until it was replaced by diesel-electric locomotives and put into storage. 2 locomotives, 791 and 793, were scrapped in 1955, and 792 suffered a similar fate in August 1957. The railroad nevertheless had to fire number 790 up in the spring to assist Illinois Central trains through back to undated floodwaters near Cedar Rapids because diesel-electric locomotives with their electric motors mounted on the axles within the frames of the trucks, called bogies, outside of the United States, shorted out in any waterways. Even the bottom of the firebox in a steam locomotive was much higher above the rail, hence above floodwaters. It was sold to Lewis S. Keller of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, in 1959, who had hoped to use it for excursions. It was used for flood duty in April 1965 at the Clinton Corn Processing Company. Where it plowed through overflow from the Mississippi River. Later that year, it was sold to David DeCamp, who planned to use it in the area of Lake
I'm back.
Placid, Lake Placid, New York. But in these plans were not met.
Managed?
It became part
Well, Tyler Green,
of the
I don't think the
Steamtown,
engine
USA
pulled
collection
excursions
in
before
Bellows Falls,
Steamtown.
Vermont. When it was sold to F. Nelson Nelson Blount in January 1966. The only surviving locomotive of the Chicago Union Transfer Railway, number 790, it is the only Illinois Central 280 constellation type of its class to survive. About 146 standard gauge 280s survive in the United States, including Illinois Central number 790. After the nationalization of Steamtown, the Steamtown National Historic Site retained this locomotive on the suggestion of the Steamtown Special History Study. And that's it, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
That was a very good story.
Yeah, honestly, but like it's sad though. But like some of these, I mean, first of all, like are these engines that we're searching up, Alicia? Just one question: like, are these engines like some preserved, or some of them are still running today? You know, are there some?
Yeah,
still
a lot
running?
of them had been preserved, and also there's a Southern Rail. There used to be a British steam locomotive there, which is the Southern Railway number 926.
I see.
I noticed that. I think we should.
I mean, that
I
makes
need to look
sense.
up-
That makes logic sense. That makes logic sense.
I'm gonna look up the information of the locomotive.
Okay.
All right. Well, first of all, these steam engines, like they were really good back in America, dude. Like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Too
Actually,
bad, however, that these what's it called? Like these engines are still preserved because of diesel locomotives that took over, you know? I mean, I personally like diesel locomotives, but I prefer the steam engines, you know, because that's the history of the
Yeah,
trains,
just like
you
the
know?
ones in Thomas.
Yeah. I kind of prefer both.
Yeah, I'm
honestly.
a
And
prefer-
also,
that's why
there's a
I'm
photo
saying-
of Illinois Central 790 with a Milwaukee Road passenger cars, and Tyler Green said that he was not kidding. So, let's talk about the 926. So the 926 was Southern Railway V Class 440 American type wheel arrangement steam locomotive number 926, nicknamed Repton, was designed by Richard Mansell for the Southern Railway in 1930. The V Class, better known as the schools class, as all locomotives were named after English public schools, and was intended to meet a need for an intermediate passenger locomotive for routes needed power, but couldn't handle large, heavy express passenger engines. And essentially, a cut-down Lord Nelson class, Maxwell used the round-topped firebox from the King Arthur class, which had the useful side effect of making of the schools narrow enough for routes such as Tonbridge to Hastings, with a restricted loading gauge. Number 926 Repton was completed at Akeley in May of 1934. After a spell at Bournemouth, it operated at Fetterton, Portsmouth Depot until Waterloo Portsmouth routes, and while it was electrified in July of 1937. It was then one of the 10 schools locomotives transferred to Bournemouth as replacements for King Arthur's on the London Expresses, and it remained at Bournemouth for most of the war, and being used on the Lighter Express and after the war, World War II on interregional trains. Further electrification caused more moves of these locomotives, and Repton was withdrawn from Basingstoke Depot with the remaining members of the class on December 30th of 1962, just 2 years after major service.
Wow.
And then it was restored at F. Nelson, and then it was restored at East Lane, 1967, and by 1966, Repton was donated by her purchaser to Steamtown, USA, and Bellows Falls, Vermont. F. Nelson Blount for Steamtown, USA collection, and turned loaned her to the Cape Breton Steam Railway in Canada. And there were some modifications were made to her to satisfy a U.S. Canadian running requirements, and most notably a high-sided coal tender. Although this pattern of the tender had been seen on other
I'm still
schools in
here.
VR service.
Oh yeah.
And then nowadays, and then when Steamtown National Historic Site moved from Bellows Falls, Vermont to Scranton, Pennsylvania, it was shipped back to the United Kingdom. And then
Oh yeah, it
Repton
was
is
shipping.
now back in service in Southern Railways Olive Green under her old number 926. Nowadays at the North Yorkshire Moors Railway.
See.
Hello, go you go. Hello.
Okay,
go.
that was a good story.
Yeah, that was really a good story. I mean, like these engines, like just out
Hello.
of curiosity too. Like these
Here you go.
engines are built back then, right? These
Engine.
engines were old. These engines were like ready to be. In other words, they're
Yeah.
ready to be taken out of service. Just like older
Yeah.
stuff.
Hey
I
guys,
understand why, because like that's really bad of letting an old engine like these to run with with the crew and everything. I mean, not only that they're endangering the crew,
All
but they might
right, so let's
endanger.
read about
Hello,
Canadian
Ren and
Pacific.
friends.
Let's read another steam locomotive.
Real fan.
All right, you want me to read this one?
Maybe I'm going to read. I'm just looking
Jeez.
for another
Jeez.
locomotive for you to
Please
to read.
stop like the side park.
Okay.
any more Southern Pacific locomotives?
Hello, Ren fan.
There's no Southern Pacific locomotives.
Hello.
There
Ren
is a
fan.
Canadian Pacific 1246 locomotive. I sent it in the chat.
Hello,
In case if you
fan.
want it.
Is
You see it?
Because like
And well,
I
have
see it.
or party.
Yeah, I see it.
Or
You want me to read it?
where Utah's balls, the laundry basket.
Guys, no
Oh,
no
sorry.
language. No language.
Sorry.
Gonna put the
it's
banner.
because like I got that reference of Stranger Things. I'm sorry. It's because that's what Eddie said.
So you guys want me to read? So you guys want me to read Canadian Pacific 1246?
Yes, you should read the Canadian Pacific 1246.
All right, then I'll do it. But I just want to give
It's
you
in the
guys a warning.
comments.
All right, I see it. I just want to say that.
I told him that you had a crush on Steve because like
Go ahead and download that. Get ready for a new tab, so that way I can see. All right, got it. Canadian.
Okay. All right.
All right, then. Before we start, I want to say I struggle a little bit on reading, but I'll do my best though.
Well, that's no problem, dude. Don't worry. We're all
Ah,
learning
sure.
to read, dude. Chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say that just in case.
I mean, first of all, you do talk about in those documentaries you make, dude. You talk a lot, real good.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Hello,
yes,
Rose.
I do talk a lot in the videos.
But that's good, dude. I mean, like,
Hello,
I did not
Rose.
know about the St. Paul wreck, actually. How did you research about that? Because I didn't know.
Oh, trust me, it was a.
Did
Let
you
me
read
tell you
about
this,
the
it was
12? Are you in the link of the
Yeah.
1246?
Stop like the
Yeah,
side
I got it set up and I'm ready to go.
Stop.
Yeah,
Dude,
honestly,
that
Are you ready
research
to
was really
read?
hard for me, especially me.
Are you ready
Yeah.
to read?
Okay, I think I should be. Okay, I should be good to go.
All right, everyone, don't make it nervous, okay? Chill.
All right.
Please don't make
Please
him nervous.
don't.
Make sure to mute your mics,
All right.
especially
yeah.
you, Diego,
All right, I'll
and
mute
you,
my mic.
Ray C boy. Make sure to mute your mics, including you, Alan.
I am muted.
He's been muted. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
Oh, wait, you guys can still hear
Oh,
me? Oh,
yeah.
hold on. I'm muted.
All right.
Hello, go.
All right, so let's begin. Canadian Pacific Railways number 1246. It's preserved it's a preserved G5C class 462 Pacific type steam locomotive built by the Montreal Locomotive Works in 1946. In 1965, it became one of the 3 G5 locomotives to be purchased by the Steamtown USAA for excursion service. After operating in Scranton, I hope I said that right. Sorry. For a few years Scranton. Okay, thank you. In Scranton for a few years in the 1980s. Number 1246 was sold at a October 1988 auction to the Railroad Museum in New England to plan to restore it and operate it. And it was definitely put on static display. And as of 2022, which is obviously this year, 1246 is stored at the Railroad Museum in New England.
That's where it's at my home state in Stamford, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, because I live in Stamford, Connecticut, and I've been to that museum once when I saw the Holiday Pole Express train. When I rode on the New Haven FL9 diesel electric locomotive number 2019.
Hello, King.
Interesting.
Did you know
Oh,
that
sorry,
there?
guys. Sorry,
Did you
my
know
mic
that
cut out
there's
for a
also
second.
a railroad museum in
King.
Danbury?
Oh, I heard of that, actually.
Hello, King.
Yeah, and also I'm going to talk about its disposal.
Hello,
The
King.
new owner of number 1246 was the Railroad Museum
Hey.
of New England aka RMNAE for short, was moved it to their leased location in Essex, Connecticut in April of 1989. And the RMNE purchased number 1278 with the hopes of bringing it back to Steam to operate on a new site. But the RMNE cosmetically restored it into the 1986 for static display in Old Saybrook, Connecticut. And then in 2008, the museum moved to number 1246 along
Hello,
with
girl.
their
Can you
other
go?
rolling stock in their collection to Thomastown, Connecticut, a town where the Naugatuck, Connecticut currently
Hello, Will.
operates. And as of 2022, number 1246
Hello,
remains
King.
in outdoor storage in
I mean,
Thomastown. And the long-term plans
hello,
are for an
King.
operational
King.
restoration. So what do you guys think of the locomotive?
I think it's
Oh,
personally
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Maybe if I
great.
had, I mean, like if I had like $1, $2 million, $4 million, and I would donate to the Naugatuck Railway Museum just to restore the 1246 back to running condition.
Yeah, if I had more money, I would have probably restored every steam locomotive and diesel I see.
Adam?
Exactly,
But you
me
would have
too.
to
Me
invest
too.
in stock market. And in order for that to do that, you would need to get like a popular job, like be an actor for a popular show, such
Oh,
as
dude,
Family
finding a
Guy,
job in America is
Simpsons,
very
and Stranger
hard, dude,
Things,
especially.
SpongeBob, and Mickey Mouse, and also the Owl House, Goose and Molly McGee, Loud House, and blah blah blah.
Don't forget about my last teenage child.
Also,
Yes.
In South Park.
No.
now
Oh,
let's
it's
read the
okay.
Grand Trunk Western
No.
6039.
Why?
You want me to read that?
Yeah.
You should search the Grand Trunk Western 6039, Manuel.
Okay, can you send it in a link? Cause I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to, trying to find it.
By the way, how did I did for my
Oh,
reading?
you did good. You good. On my scale from 1 to 10, I gave it a not too bad, but I give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. You did good.
That's perfect for me.
Yeah.
I'll give you a. I mean, I would like give you a.
Guys, I see my
1
friend Rails in
bazillion
the
out
state
of
of
a
Georgia
1
right
million.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So, Rail fan.
Thanks.
Oh, I think you're more better. I think you're more better than I thought, actually.
Thanks.
There's the link of the 6039.
I got you.
All right, I'll be muted.
It's all right. It's all right. Just let me just. grab
All
it.
right. You should read about the 6039.
Well, I'm just telling you, but like, I'm just telling you guys, if you guys are like bored of watching these kind of shows, you guys should watch Murder Drones. It's pretty cool. Just letting you know.
And also,
Alright.
the Grand Trunk Western 6039 is one of the surviving Grand Trunk Westerns steam locomotives.
Oh,
along
this
with
picture actually
63,
does
25,
display everything.
40,
Look
70,
how
and
rusty
60.
it is, bro. Damn, that's so rusty. But
That
not
was
as
in
much, though.
2010, and also they cosmetically restored it.
Oh yeah.
So you should rate it.
That's 2010.
You should
Okay.
rate this.
All right, everyone muted. Everyone mute. Thank you. Okay. Grand Trunk Rester number 6039. It's a preserved class U-1-C 4-8-2 mountain type steam locomotive built in June 1925 by Baldwin. It served
Yeah,
Grand
it was
Trunk-
built by Baldwin because
Yeah.
we all know that in the past, like some random 5 Cham, aka Southern Fly Productions, aka Steven Singleton, and Baldwin is like overrated in his opinion because every
Well, dude, this is
time
America
we
that
talk
we're
about
talking
is
about,
a
dude.
thing that was built by the Baldwin Locomotive Works.
Rails in the state of Georgia said
Like,
he's
They
rating
make a lot
NS
of
heritage
they
units
made
with
some
his
bad
friend.
articulated steam locomotives, and
Oh,
they've
that's
been
cool.
struggling with diesels along with Alco.
Hello.
And so
Hello.
Electromotive Division, aka EMD, and General Electric,
Please
aka
stop liking the
GE,
Star Park.
wins for making diesels, Manuel.
Yeah, exactly.
So you should
But
continue.
I mean, like the
continue,
Baldwin's, like,
continue.
dude, this is America that we're talking about. First of all, this is Baldwin. Like, Baldwin is one of the most popular people in America at the time. Like, think about it. Think about America, dude. Think about it.
So we're not talking like the Alec Baldwin, but we're just talking about the Baldwin Locomotive Works. Because
Or the
Alec
Baldwin
has nothing to
Company.
do
How
with
about we
trains.
just put in Baldwin Company so we can make it not confusing? How
Baldwin
about that?
Locomotive Works Company.
Yeah, exactly. that.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know. They made some good diesels, but a lot of diesels like the
Aloe.
Baldwin Centipedes, they're bad. And
Oh yeah,
also,
definitely.
Yeah.
I can tell why.
I
Let's
see on
not get
TikTok.
talk
And,
about that. Anyway, let's move. Let's
and also
move
the
on.
RF-16s, they were
I see a
good.
TikTok.
And also they had these
Robots.
RF-16 double-ended cab locomotives. They
see
have
a-
Did these
and
steam
and they were
engines
the
even
only
have
double
cow
en-
catchers,
they
dude?
were
Like
all-
Toby did?
and they were the
cow
only
catchers?
no, they were dual cabbed locomotives in the United States. They were the only dual cab locomotives in the United States, looking like a
really?
European locomotive with two cabs on each end, just like the ones in Europe. But
Like cow
why
catchers.
couldn't we have more in America? But I mean, we have hood units, so it would be far more easier.
I mean, like, wouldn't that be
easier for other
expensive
people
to
to
add those
see.
kind of
And
stuff? Like, think
also,
about it,
we
dude.
did
Yeah.
put some
Think about it.
electric locomotives like the AEM7s, the GG1s, A60s, HHP8s, and ACS 64s too.
Oh,
And the
someone's
ALP
discovered.
44s too, and the New Haven Railroad EP5 of the
Okay.
jets. But let's continue talking about the 6039.
All right,
Don't
I'll
like
start
it.
reading. I know where we left off. Okay. It served the
Ahem.
Grand Trunk Western Railroad by pulling fast passenger and freight trains throughout the lower peninsula of Michigan until the railroad decided to dieselize their locomotive fleet. During that time, it was leased to the Central Vermont Railway for freight services. My bad, I apologize for saying that. Only to become one of the very last steam locomotives to regularly operate in the state of
I'll be right
Vermont.
back.
Okay. After being retired in the late 1950s, number 6039 collection became hold on. Oh, I meant bad. 6339 became one of the very first steam locomotives to be owned by F. Nelson Blunt, and it subsequently became part of this Steamtown, USA collection for static display. In 1984, the locomotive was moved along with every other locomotive in the Steamtown collection from Bellows Falls to Scranton, Pennsylvania, where the name would later be changed to the Steamtown National Historic Site under the jurisdiction of the National Park Services. At 2022, which is the year right now, number 6039 remains on static display at Scranton with very meticulous cosmetic care. Did I read it good, actually? Because I tried my best not to spell as much.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
and
You did
also,
good.
Manuel,
Yeah.
I actually
Okay.
got to see both
Oh,
the
well,
Raleigh
bad.
Valley number 15, but I didn't get to
Hello,
see
guys.
920 any 6 because it's already in decay in the past.
No
And
way, you
also-
actually did.
but it's
Really?
still
You
preserved.
did? No way.
I actually saw the 6039 in the
No,
Raleigh
I
Valley
believe you. I
15
believe you. All I'm saying,
at
there's no way.
Steamtown.
Like,
That happened
I see
on
it other
national, like
railroads.
last year. That happened not too long ago. That happened like not too long ago, like last year on National Train Day, Saturday, May 8th, 2021.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah.
You've been to Scranton before.
All right. Do I continue reading?
Yeah, and I meant no.
Hey guys,
but I've
also,
also seen the
Alex
Canadian
is also
Pacific
here in the
1246
Instagram
with
call with
Christmas
me.
lights on the Holiday Train
Right.
Express at the Raiders Memorial Museum. And also, if you're going to find
Hey, Alex,
my
I'm
video, then
on here.
I would try to leave a
Hmm?
link so you would watch so you would try to see my video.
Okay.
And up to 1246, and I'll try to. And I still haven't uploaded videos of Steamtown, and I'll try to upload it like later this year, if I
Yeah,
have the
you
time.
should, dude.
I didn't get the chance to do it last year, but I'm gonna try to do it later today.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
But I'm gonna,
Hey.
and also we should talk about the next locomotive, like the Canadian National 464 tank engine Hudson number 47.
All right. Who wants to read this
Let's
one,
talk
Alan?
to it.
Alan,
Let
you
me-
read?
Alan. Alan, I'm gonna
okay.
send you the link of the Canadian National 47 tank engine.
Yeah, and also Alex is in the Instagram call with me.
Here's the
Alright.
Canadian National 47.
All right. I'm also gonna read that right there.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Alan,
Mhm.
let me see me on YouTube. Me.
Mm.
I watch me.
All right. Now, let me hear. Huh?
I got some bad news.
What's the bad news, Alex? Before I try to read the Wikipedia article with the Canadian National
What's
steam
going
train.
on, Alex? Hello, Alex.
What?
Hello, Alex.
Oh no! And also, now I'm gonna read this.
Look, watch the video, Alan. Watch the video.
All right. But first, all right, I'll try seeing that, and then I'm gonna see this. Canadian National number
Alex,
number
Alex,
47 was originally
Alex.
Hey, hey,
built by
bros,
the
calm down.
it was originally built by the Montreal Locomotive Works in
Oh,
September
wow.
1914 for the Grand Trunk Railway as its number 1542 class K2, but became a CN locomotive after the creation of the
Oh.
Canadian National Railway in 1923. Its CN classification was X10A, along with its sister locomotives. Number
Hello.
47 was based in Montreal and was used exclusively in commuter service. Following retirement in 1959, number 47 was sold to Nelson Blount for $2,000, and it became part of his collection and it became a part of his collection in North Walpole, New Hampshire. Number 47 was the first locomotive to run excursions for Blount's uh, Mo- Monda, Monadnock, Steamtown, and Northern Railroad, and was intended to become the primary excursion power. It had been given a fresh overhaul in 1958, and was in top mechanical condition when acquired, as evidence in tests performed by both the MSNN and the Hartford Steam Boiler Inspection and Insurance Company.
Alan,
Yeah,
you saw the video?
I did.
Hello, Alex.
That's good.
Alex?
No, I'm gonna read the second paragraph.
Hey guys,
The,
do you
the
remember?
locomotive
yeah.
entered
Hello,
service
this is
during the
Camille Habib Baba.
Wait, do I stop
Camille
reading?
as in camel, Habib Baba as in corn on the
Do I
cob.
stop reading?
Okay, do you have a
All right,
confirmation
all right.
number?
That one reading
No.
was good. That reading was good. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm so sorry. I won't be able
Yeah,
to
you did a good
assist
job,
you
man.
further.
Hey, it's copyrighted, dude.
Let me speak to your manager. Oh, you would like to speak to
SML is not
Well,
copyright.
yeah, but still, like that's still because first of all, remember.
Well, just to be
Remember,
safe, that's
SML
all.
is supposed to be copyrighted. We don't want to hear this newfangled nonsense. Smuggled
Yeah,
Edward.
thank you.
No,
Thank you.
SML is not copyrighted.
I know SML's not copyrighted, but like first of all, the old videos they are considered copyrighted for them.
And also, Alan, did you also read that the locomotive was on stack displayed at the Steamtown and North Walpole
King,
after its
let me see
last
in
run and
YouTube.
was later moved
Me.
across the Connecticut River?
King, let me see in YouTube. Me.
Alan,
Yeah, I'm still here.
did you
I'm still
finish
here
the
too.
locomotive?
I haven't finished yet.
Right.
But
You should
Yeah.
read
now,
when the locomotive entered service during the first season.
all right. When the locomotive entered service during the MSNN's first season in the summer of 1961, operating on the tracks of the Claremont and Concord Railway near New Hampshire's Lakes Sunapee, the locomotive operated in revenue service for barely 5 weeks when the Interstate Commerce Commission (ICC) ordered it removed from service on August 26, 1961. The locomotive's maintenance records had been disposed of upon retirement by the Canadian National, resulting in several dates of past maintenance being absent on the MSNN's own inspection form. Com- Complete copies of the maintenance records were eventually obtained from Fire, but the Newfoundland records obtained from Canada's Board of Transit Commissioners in September 1961. Contrary to popular belief, they were not lost in a fire, but the Newfoundland records revealed that the locomotive had been due for boiler retubbing when retired for work that was never completed by the Canadian National. Facing a costly retubbing, Blount took the locomotive out of service, replacing it with a leased Claremont and Concord GE 70-ton switcher for 7 days until the 1961 season came to premature end on September 17th, 1961. The locomotive was put on static display in North Walpole after its last run and was later removed across the Connecticut River. With the rest of the Steamtown, USA collection to Bellows Falls, Vermont, number 47 was later removed with the rest of the collection in 1984 to Scranton, Pennsylvania, where it currently remains on static display outside in the yard of Steamtown National Historic Site.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
Wow.
so Alan, that was a great reading. Now let's
Nice
talk
job,
about Now I'm going to talk about the last and final locomotive, the Canadian National 3254 steam locomotive.
Can I take that one?
I think we should take turns.
Okay.
Me.
Yeah, you should read its history first on when it was built. And then I'm going to read the head-on collision.
Okay.
All right, then I'll be muted then.
So you should read the history first. It's going to be your turn reading the history first, and then I'll read its accident and incidents.
Wait.
So here's the information about But before we get to 3254, I would like to include some
Alan's
honorable
limousine
mentions of
YouTube.
Steamtown. Oh, in USA.
Alright,
Steamtown
Alan.
And
National
I also
Historic
learned
Site.
about also something else that I
YouTube.
learned in school that
Me.
that I want to tell you guys actually.
And also,
this actually belongs with steam engines. Actually, not gonna lie. You guys want to hear it?
Let me see.
and
sure.
also,
Me.
yeah.
YouTube.
All right, okay. So I don't believe that my history teacher actually told me said. Like, I remember we were learning about steam engines. You remember some of the steam engines, like the Union Pacific Big Boy and everything. You know, I was a big fan.
Yeah,
of
and
that.
I
also,
love that.
And I remember he said that like during like
I'm also
the
going to talk
whole
about.
major global conflict that was happening around Europe at the time, because the year was 1914. Remember, the World War I was happening, and they say that many nuclear power plants were building around because of British and British and Germany were building trains and everything, you know. And they say the nuclear power plants were also trying to make these steam engines more, you know, hotter, more faster, more everything, you know. I don't know if this was true or not, but I did my research and it turns out it was true. It was true that they did build steam locomotives by using nuclear power plants.
So and also before we
never
get to
mind.
talk about the 3254, I would like to include some honorable mentions. The Canadian Pacific Railway locomotive number 2923. Man, I wanted to
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
All right.
I wanted to discuss this one, but it's actually,
Let me see. YouTube. Me.
What happened? Who left?
Let me see.
Who left?
Let me see.
Why did it go quiet all of a sudden?
I don't. Wait, what happened?
I don't know. Something. Did Alicia cut out for you guys or what? Alan?
no, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What happened?
that's-
Let me see. Right now.
And
I'm
also,
still
I
here,
wanted to
guys.
talk about the Canadian Pacific 2929 locomotive but with a lot of so much information in National History Corporation because in my area we don't have that much time to talk about the locomotive because I don't want to talk too much information, so I don't want to put stress and get people to sleep. And also the Canadian
Be right back in a
National
moment.
96, which is a 260 mogul type steam locomotive. One of these days I would like to include this one, but in my honest opinion, I just don't. The same as 2929, I don't want to tell too much information about it. And also another Union Pacific 440 American type steam locomotive that
Let me see. Scrubber. Me. Alan. Alan, let me see on YouTube. Me.
I wanted to include this locomotive, Manuel.
Yeah.
But it's actually quite a decent type of actually a decent type because since that it's one of the oldest steam locomotives ever built, yeah. And
Exactly.
also the Shea locomotive National Historic Site. The
Guys,
Shea locomotive,
Yeah,
which
what's
is
up?
in one of the worst
Yeah.
conditions. So
my
far.
parents said now I gotta go to bed now because of my school tomorrow. So
Bye, Alan.
good night, guys.
See you later, Alan.
Thank you for me
Bye,
for
Alan.
being in the live stream.
Bye,
See you
Alan.
Yeah.
guys. I'll
See
see you
ya.
guys tomorrow.
Bye, Alan.
Well,
See you next
I'll be
Sunday.
talking with
Later,
more
Alan.
with Manuel.
All right, go ahead.
And also, here are two more locomotives and honorable mentions, like Canadian National 1551. I wanted to include this locomotive, but it's at the Ohio Rail at the age of steam round. It's nowadays considered an age of steam roundhouse steam locomotive. It actually had a good times at Steamtown.
Yes.
Also while it's on display.
At 6. Wait, guys.
All right. I'll talk about it. Also, don't forget the Delaware Lackawanna Western 0260 mogul number 565. I wanted to talk about this locomotive. This one might have gotten recommended, but it doesn't. And also, it's a little bit interesting, and it's the only preserved Delaware Lackawanna and Western steam locomotive that is operated in the preservation era. But I'll give this one a pass. And without a doubt, the number one Steamtown steam locomotive is the Canadian National 3254. Who wants to read 3254?
Me.
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 No, I want to read it. Come on.
You should read
Yeah.
it, Manuel.
Thank you.
3254.
Thank you.
You should
Okay,
read the
gotcha.
history
I'll
about
have
the
my mic
3254.
All right, first let me just read the first part. Let me just read the first part. Okay, Canadian National 3254 is a class S-1-B 2-8-2, or known as Mikado type steam locomotive built by the Canadian Locomotive Company for the Canadian National Railway as the fifth member of the Canadian National Class S1B. The history, or the Reneview service. Canadian National 3254 was built in 1917 by the Canadian Locomotive Company for the Canadian Government Railways, where it was originally numbered 2854. Oh, wow. Like, look, this was built in 1917. I knew it was during the First World War. Wow. In 1918, the Canadian Government Railways was merged with the Canadian Northern Railway to create the Canadian National Railway, or CN for short. During a subsequent renumbering process within the locomotive fleet, number 2854 was renumbered to 3254. The locomotive had considerably pulling power, could climb grades without incident, and was used to pull heavy freight trains. Oh wow, this thing is the beast. Wow. Anyway, number 3254 had a mostly uneventful career until July 24th, 1941. When the locomotive was involved in a head-on collision with the Great Northern H-5-4-62 Pacific number 1351 in Burna Bay, British Columbia, killing the engineer and the fireman of number 3254. Oh wow, damn. The locomotive was subsequently repaired and put back into service, while number 1351 was scrapped. The locomotive continued to pull out freight trains for CN until its last major Class 3 overhaul was completed in Aldernale, Ontario, and it was retired from Reneview service in 1958. Oh, wow. Wow, it said it had a collision with a train, and it was luckily not scrapped. Oh, wow.
And also the 32
Yeah.
and also Superlatometry 124 said, "What's up?" And also the reason why 3254 was involved in a head-on collision with Great Northern 1351, its frame was bent because of this. I mean, not only that, but it also had a fast drift, tune-up bearings, an off-center cab, a
Wait,
bent
what did you say
frame, a
again?
rough
What was the
ride,
cause
and
of
the
the
fuel
accident?
consumption.
What was the cost?
Quite a
What was the
level.
cause of
If you watched Overpowered Steam Productions' Steamtown video, then you understand why we don't
Oh,
like
I
the
haven't. Oh,
3254.
dude, I haven't watched that actually. I think I'm the only one that hasn't watched it. I'm trying to look for it. You know, I'm on Discord and you send me the links. I'm trying to find it. Which one is it though? That's the thing. But like, yeah, yeah. So like, the investigation finds out that it was just due to what's it called? I forgot. Wow, yeah, like it's lucky that the engine was actually not scrapped. Honestly, it was only one of the. Excuse me, that got
50 and also the 1350 Great Northern 1351 was scrapped because it was damaged beyond repair.
I
Well,
mean, luckily it's
1354
that
was.
nobody was hurt. I mean, except the engineer and the fireman were killed instantly. from the
Yeah,
collision.
it's a shame.
Wait, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing, I'm going to read
Let
the
me sing on
preservation.
YouTube me.
So,
What?
I'm going to read the
Let me sing YouTube
preservation.
me.
Oh no, not you, Alicia. The him. What did you say, dude?
Racy boy.
Racy
Describing
boy.
me.
Yeah. What did you say?
Racy boy. Describing me.
Mm,
I
No.
didn't make it. I didn't make it nickel.
And
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I think you should read or something. You know.
well, I'm going to read the preservation because after
Oh,
being
yeah.
stored for 3 years, the locomotive was sold in November of 1961 to motel owner Willis F. Barron, who moved it to Ashland, Pennsylvania, and he had intentions to run the locomotive on the Reading Company's own abandoned branch line that served the town. And the rails were in Ashland, and the lines were torn up before Barron's plans could eventually begin. And so he had the 3254 disassembled and moved it with his truck and reassembled at his Ashland Court Motel to be used as a static display. And during the 1970s, Barron lost interest in restoring the 3254 to a running condition and was sold to the Adirondack Railroad and Lake Placid, New York, but never got delivered there, which is a particularly shame.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah,
Me.
definitely.
Yeah.
I know that.
It was
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, true. But bro, like just a curiosity too. Like these engines, most of them were into accidents, right? And were either scrapped from the accident or were they just surviving accidents? You know.
I'll be right
Now that
back,
I'm thinking
guys.
about it.
I'll be right back,
Of
guys.
steam locomotives that have preserved steam engines that have been involved in train wrecks like 611,
I'll be
Reading
I'll be right-
2101, Canadian
right
Pacific
back, guys.
1278, Union Pacific 844, and also New York Central 6721 in the preservation era. We don't want any accidents to happen in the future of steam
Agreed.
preservation.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely agree with you guys.
But now
Clearly.
let's talk about.
Is this gonna be the last engine that we're gonna talk about, or is there more? Hello? What happened? Did someone cut out their mic or something?
I don't know what happened. You guys,
Yeah.
well, hey,
alright.
by the way, do you like my
Yeah.
profile picture?
Oh yeah, you're Union Pacific. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
And
SD40-2,
also,
right?
and it
It's actually
operated,
an SD40-2T.
and it began pulling excursion
Oh, okay,
trains.
okay.
And it also began
Yeah, I'm
pulling
into trains,
excursion
honestly.
trains between Gettysburg and Mount Holly Springs. And it also participated in that year's National Railway Historical Society convention alongside Huntington and Broad Top Mountain Railroad 280 Consolidation number 38. And
Yep.
during this time, its time at Gettysburg, however, the locomotive was proved to be oversized and overpowered for the railroad's needs, and so it only operated there for 2 years. And also, because of its head-on collision, it suffered a fast history of chewing up bearings, off-center cab, bent frame, rough ride, and fuel consumption. And also, it was apparently too heavy for the Gettysburg track yet. I'm not
Look at my
hard
face.
because it's piss poor maintenance, most likely.
Look at my face.
Yeah, we see your face, bro. I wish I can
And
have a
then
face. The problem
also,
is that my camera's broken right now, dude. I'm trying to fix it. It's just that's so expensive with the whole money thing, dude.
Oh,
It's
okay.
really expensive.
and also at Steamtown, one of the worst, and all but now we come to the tragic part of the story about the 3254 and about the 1278. It all started in 1987. Steamtown had just moved from
1987,
Wells
wow.
to Scranton,
You
Pennsylvania.
know,
Yeah,
that
me
year
too.
just reminds me of everything, honestly. Because remember, like 1987, bro. I want to talk about so many 80s history. I mean, the only 80s history I know is just the Chernobyl disaster. That's all.
Yeah, and also
Literally.
I don't know about that, but I also know some train
Oh, I know
strikes.
about that
Also,
accident. I know that. I
history
researched
too
it.
about the Berlin Wall was knocked down by the
Well,
Nazi
yeah, the
Germans
Chernobyl
because
disaster.
it was the
Yeah, I mean,
Soviets that built it. And did you know that the train used to run over it, which is a
oh
464
yeah,
Kingston Hudson?
yeah. At first, I thought
Oh,
that was
yeah.
fake. I thought that was a fake report. I thought they didn't do that. At
That
first,
was the
when I
one
heard
in
that, I kept saying,
Germany.
no, there's no way they tried doing that. There's no way. You know, there's no way. Did they? Really? No way. Nah. Nah, you're capping me, brother.
Yeah.
Are you capping? You're
And
capping.
yeah, I'm not serious. I saw and thankfully what I've heard from History in the Dark, I saw that.
Yeah, true. I mean, I know
And
about the
also,
Chernobyl
Manuel,
disaster. It was just a big
let's
nuclear
talk about
disaster. The reactor exploded, and hundreds of radiation was spreading around Ukraine and everywhere. You know.
That's
Oh,
very
gosh.
sad. And nowadays we got the war in the Ukraine.
Much time.
I
And
mean,
right
the
now,
good thing
let's
about
yeah.
Chernobyl is about the liquidators, the guys that cleaned up the radiation as fast as they can. I mean, like
Okay.
they literally saved our lives, dude.
I'll be right back.
They saved our
Yeah.
lives to make sure
I'll be
everything.
right back,
You
guys.
know?
But now
You
let's
know.
continue talking about the 3254. And at the time, while at
Okay.
Steamtown War 1278 was in need of new
Wait.
flues, however, Steamtown wanted more tractive effort because
Hello.
apparently
Man.
the trains they were pulling were freaking 20
train.
freaking cars
Okay.
long or some trash like that.
In average,
Because-
wait, I just have this other question too. Average, do freight trains like what do they
Yeah,
carry
guys.
sometimes? Do you carry like how many freight cars do they carry per each day? Like how much did they carry?
Yeah, they carry like 100 or even 200. And also,
100 or 200. Wow.
Steamtown
Yeah.
went to the infamous Gettysburg Railroad and decided to trade the 1278 and first to 1278 F. Nelson Blount's favorite locomotive with $100,000.
Bro, why is Gettysburg so popular in America, honestly? Why is it so popular?
And
I mean, I get why,
also-
because of the famous Battle of the Gettysburg of the Civil War. I get it.
Yeah, and also the third with 282 Mikado from the Canadian National Railway and not in any way associated with Steamtown before this happened. So I have to copy you, Stephen, aka some random 5 Champ, aka Southern 5 Productions, because I'm trying to impersonate you while I'm doing this. So make sure if you're actually watching this, then make sure to not sue me. Do we make ourselves clear? All right, we make ourselves clear. And then the Steamtown traded Blount's favorite locomotive, 1278,
Hello,
for
back.
3254.
Hey, what's up?
At first, it seemed a good decision, but it was such a stupid idea because, first off, the bent frame mentioned earlier, 3254 was involved in a head-on collision in 40s or something like that, and its frame was bent because of this. And Canadian National apparently chose not to actually repair the frame. And second, Steamtown already had a 282 Mikado, number 3377. And the differences, and like I said in my earlier videos, the differences between the 3254 and the 3377 is that the 3254 is an S1B class 282 Mikado, while the 3377 was an S1D 282 Mikado. That's what the 3377 is. So the S1B for 3254, and which is a little bit powerful, but the S1D is for but the 3377 is an S1D, which is slightly powerful and much better in my honest opinion. but unfortunately, it eventually became a part donor locomotive for 3254. Just like how Union Pacific 838 is a part source engine for Union Pacific 844 to make it run longer, to never retire from active service.
What was that?
Exactly. Yeah. And honestly, like, not
Yeah, and
not
again,
gonna
and
lie,
I'm pretty
like, you
sure
know,
that
like
they
how
didn't have the
like
money.
Guys,
I'm
what
also
had
pretty
those
sure that they
Lightyear
didn't have the
Thunder?
money to restore the locomotive themselves. So they
I
just
mean,
went
how
to
much money
Gettysburg
would
and
that
just
be?
traded
Would
that
it be
engine.
like $800 million, just like how Jenny damaged the whole entire thing? I mean, not only she destroyed like the monument, she destroyed the Statue of Liberty in that episode of Labor Day. She destroyed the Statue of Liberty in New York, literally. She destroyed it. So that's why they had to play her. But like,
Guys,
I mean, would that be $800 million in real life? I mean, like if you want to make that kind of money, then what would you do for that money? If you had $800 million, what would you do with it? What would you do with it? Exactly. What's the first thing you'll do? Would you give it a charity or would you save it for yourself? Any comments, thoughts?
What was that again? Sorry.
If you
Well,
guys
we
had
should save
$800 million, what would you guys use it for? Like, if you had $800 million, what would you use it for? Like, the
Actually,
first
for
thing.
me, I would
Yeah.
probably give it.
Sometimes I would use it
I'll
for
just donate
restoring
it to
steam
train
engines,
museums
and
to
also
help with their locomotives
sometimes
and
I would
diesels.
use it for recovering steam engines that were sunk,
Those are thunder.
like Boston Maine 3666, right, Manuel?
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'll probably purchase maybe a few locomotives to save. Like, for example, if they got sold to Progress
Guys.
Rail or National
I mean, if
Railway
I had
Equipment.
$800 million, I would spend on my college savings first of all, because I might go to college. You know, get
And
into a good university. You know,
well,
like
I would
help
do
my
the
mom
same with
around.
any of
Everything.
preservation too.
Exactly, and I would also donate to some charity, of course.
And
Why not?
and also Manuel, I
Yeah,
would
what's up?
and also let's continue. We're talking about 3254, and also the
Yeah, go ahead.
Canadian National 3254 was disguised as a Delaware, as the now extinct Delaware Lackawanna and Western 28 to Mikado number 1271, and was put into service that same month, which didn't look good and was like quite awkward. And then in 19 and then the 3254 was reverted into its Canadian national parents. And then in 1995, same year when the Canadian Pacific locomotive number 1278 suffered a boiler explosion, the locomotive participated in the grand opening of Steamtown's main roundhouse alongside multiple other locomotives, including Canadian Pacific 2317, Baldwin Locomotive Works 26, Reading Blue Mountain in Northern number 425, Milwaukee Road 2, New York Susquehanna Western 2 to Mikado number 142, which is a Chinese-built 28 to Mikado type steam locomotive, and the Milwaukee Road 261 steam locomotive, coming all the way from Minnesota.
Hold on, back.
And did you know that the Paramount-Cat 1225, the real Polar Express, aka the real Polar Express, was supposed to power a double header with 261, but tragically, those plans never came to fruition.
Wow. So like, but just out of
And
curiosity,
also-
like there was supposed to be another engine that was supposed to be taken over to the Polar Express, but they changed that at the last minute during the movie, or what?
And also there were some steam locomotives that were going to be modeled as the Polar Express, such as the Santa Fe 210-10-2, infamous unsuccessful Santa Fe miserable failure Santa Fe 210-10-2s, which had smaller boilers, which make them look uglier, and the Pennsylvania S1 Q1 duplex and S2 steam turbine, the Erie
Why didn't they use the
288
Union
Erie 2
Pacific
triplex
Big Boy,
Fontaine locomotive,
honestly?
and the Holman horror locomotives. But those
What if the
locomotives
Polar
were
Express was
failed
actually like the
miserably,
Union Pacific
and
Big
they were
Boy?
one of the worst trains ever. And if you use if you use a worse steam locomotive with bad locomotive for the Polar Express, then a bad quality one wouldn't work out, right, Manuel?
Exactly. Now that I'm thinking about it, instead of like, I know with those quotes that you said that how like
And also,
Sasha
I
was
just
end
can't
the
believe how
discussion.
Steamtown
Don't forget about
traded
the
the
outlaw
1278
though, because the outlaw
with
will make you
13.
go fire, dude. He'll say mean stuff about you, dude. He'll say mean stuff. I mean,
And also,
he said it to
I
his
fucking can't
crew.
believe
He
that
said it to his
1278
employees.
suffered a boiler got traded with Steamtown to Gettysburg, while 3254 got Steamtown. No, 3254 was in an extremely bad condition. It had a fast rate of 2.5 bearings, no curb, a bent frame, a rough ride, and fuel
What was that?
consumption. While climbing
It was
last
a
most
yawn, dude. Chill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if
This
I'm
is a
completely
young
honest.
show.
Well, 1278, on the other hand, did not hit a bent frame, and it was in much better condition, and all the G5s were reliable.
Oh.
But granted that they already three of them, but they got the trash Mikado number 3377 already, so there was no reason to buy 28 to Mikado since you already have one. Yeah. And it's like, and also,
Sure.
it's like, and also trading 1278 for Gettysburg and 3254 for Steamtown. I mean, like, it's like going to like Big Hell's motor cars or Big Hell's trains, or it's like going to Big Hell's trains. I mean, like it's going to Big Hell's houses, motors cars. I mean, it's like going to Big House truck saying that the car you have isn't strong enough while the other one has more pulling power, but it's worn out or something like that.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But just
and
out of
also-
curiosity too. Just out
And
of
also,
curiosity,
one of
like,
my friends, and also one of my friends from 2020, Owen Miller, aka O Miller 69, aka Baxter in Ohio. He has seen the 30 He actually got to ride behind the 3054 when I was younger. I heard that in
oh wow,
Steven
lucky
Singleton.
him.
I
Yeah.
also heard that it happened on his birthday, and I also heard it. He talked about it, and Steven Singleton, aka Some Random Five Time, aka Southern Fly Productions, is. YouTube video, of his now abandoned YouTube abandoned and terminated video of his part 2 of his top 20 retired excursion stars list, because
Whoa.
as again and also me okay, alright, so me and Steven and also Jim Andrew, aka Overpowered Steam Productions,
hang on,
creates
we're back.
this podcast series called Burning Subjects, and Jim Vanderkalk.
Okay.
Okay, he and also Dan, aka 26 New Productions, and Owen mentioned earlier doesn't like the 3254 because it was a terrible locomotive. And also, here it is. And also, the 3254, and during 2010, the 3254 had its tender issues because the 3254 and they decided to use the tender from the other Steamtown's other Canadian national to Mikado S1D to Mikado number 3377.
Wait, what happened?
And
Sorry, I'm back.
also, the 3254's original tender was scrapped because of its mechanical difficulty,
Oh yeah.
problems and flaws, but more problems arose. And I mean, like in December, and also, I mean, like in December 2nd of 2012, after the 2012 holiday season, it's also the same. It's like 60 months after Gravity Falls came out, while 3254 is running at the time, and then like after the 2022 holiday season was 2012 holiday season was over. I mean, like on December 2nd, 2012 is when they finally pulled the plug and out of retired on that Ford Canuck on that 3254 as it was begging to be retired because it suffered a bent frame. Originally, it was supposed to go for an overhaul, but due to its extremely poor mechanical condition and fat rate of chewing up bearings, an off-center cab, a bent frame, rough riding fuel consumption with poor mechanical condition, they finally retired it.
I'll be back.
They retired it?
And also in a subsequent and also the Steamtown, and because of this, Steamtown left without a steam locomotive, and they had to borrow some for Railfest events, like the Reading and Northern 425 in 2013 and the Nickel Plate Road 765 in 2015 in September. And I was like 10 years old when that happened. Imagine if I came then, I would have seen the 765, and it would have been my favorite steam locomotive that I've seen in person. But nowadays it's 611. But if it was for 765 at Steamtown way back in 2015, then it could have been still my number one. Because
Well,
765
yeah,
is my third
true.
favorite steam locomotive, And number 1 is 4447 Pacific 4449. Number 4 is Union Pacific Big Boy 4014. Third is Nickel Plate Road 765. Number 4th is London and Northeastern Railway A3 Class 462 Pacific, and number 4472, the Flying Scotsman. And 5th is the Norfolk and Western 611. And speaking of 611, I may see the locomotive like on Saturday, November 12th, 2022, running on the Strasbourg Railroad, and hopefully I'll get to ride it. It'll be the second 484 Northern type steam locomotive that I'm going to ride on, and the first ever streamlined steam locomotive that I'm going to ride on. And well,
lucky for you, man.
Yeah, lucky for you, bro.
And also,
honestly.
I'll try to learn how to drive the 611 and learn how to be the train engineer driver. And that would be
dude, that's gonna take a lot of years. Not gonna lie, dude.
And,
Yeah,
you
especially
have
for
to
steam
check
engines,
your water
dude.
pipe. The water level. Make sure to drop it way too low, and don't. And guys, if you're watching this, please don't act like that Gettysburg Railroad.
Don't act like the
workers
Gettysburg Railroad.
Who caused the boiler explosion on Canadian Pacific 1278 at 7:13 p.m. on the evening of 7:13 p.m. evening on 7:30 p.m. on June 16th, 1995. Well, 1278 suffered a crown sheet failure, which would end up burning badly through its crit.
I kind of think,
also, thankfully, the design of the firebox was designed to prevent it from turning into a full-fledged explosion. The use of bunhead staple.
Yeah, what's up?
And the NTSB also found that Gettysburg Railroad maintained the locomotives in a horde fashion, with its buttonheads, with the use of buttonhead staples and buttonhead and flute. And also include parts like the air compressor, the feed water heater, the smoke box, and the flues. And the lovely Federal Road Administration, aka the FRA, had to now impose the nowadays infamous 1472-day inspection on any steam locomotive in the United States.
Yeah, the FRA, yeah. Like honestly, to be honest, when I grow up, I think I want to try working as one of those people that investigate accidents, such as the people of National Transportation Safety Board. Oh man, I would love to.
And also, do you know whose fault is it for that? And then Canadian Pacific 1278, and then eventually in 1998, the Canadian Pacific 1278 was purchased by a legendary latest railroad preservationist, legendary Jerry Joe Jacobson, for his Age of Steam Roundhouse collection. And yeah, and it was, and because of this, it was all 3250 falls apart. But and also Steamtown. And Steamtown mostly because of And I mean, like, can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment to realize to like crap on this Mikado? Yeah. And also they had 3. So Steamtown National Historic Site had 3 EG5462 Pacifics. Numbers 1270, 1278, 1293, 1278, and 1246, and 1 G3462 Pacific number 2317. And the G5462 Pacifics were lighter, while the G3 ECs were much powerful, along with the Hudson's, Manuel, but much powerful than the Hudson's at 46,000 something pounds of tractive effort. And
actually, I've heard of that before.
Look at this.
Like, honestly,
hopefully
like,
it's not
these kind of
copyrighted.
train wrecks, like, they're very, very hard to find, dude, especially with Railfan K-Train Production.
Yeah,
like,
and also they had 4 462 Pacifics, which are 3 G5s and 1 G1. And also, they already had a Mikado in their possession. They already got a Ace 1D 282 Mikado in this possession. And then they got crap in return, didn't they? I mean, like, they got a crap Mikado.
And no copyright.
Both of them are retired now. So
hey,
what are you gonna do?
Boy,
We're gonna get
turn it off, bro. It's copyrighted.
Yeah, that's copyrighted. We don't want to get them on the
turn it off.
That'll be a better decision.
Boy, stop.
End of discussion. Just like Sasha from Amphibia.
Yeah, dude, stop, please. Turn it off.
Stop.
Pause. Bro, please. Oh my god, dude, please.
I muted him.
Thank you. Alright, good, thank you.
He deserved. I mean,
and also,
you take up his camera.
Oh, they should have just kept 1278 because I mean, like, they should have just kept 1278.
Dude,
can you please mute your mic and close
thank you.
Close to your camera, please, race boy, C boy. End of discussion. no
Hey, bro,
explanation,
and that
and,
thing.
new-
Thank
What do
you.
and
you
this
think, guys?
newfangled nonsense. End of discussion.
No.
Because if
End of
you do
discussion,
that,
dude.
then
No fingal nonsense.
Edward and Sasha, including Pacific Northwest, is gonna, and Boris and Elena, Big Bell, and Ria, which is Satari's
Don't forget about
from
the
the
Outlaws,
Roku
though.
Thunder
However,
Beyond,
don't
is
forget about
going
the
to make
Outlaw.
grand
He'll
mysterious.
just say an insult to you,
And
and he'll just
also
insult you, just like how he did to Lynn.
Amity from the, and also don't forget Hunter from the Owl House, and also Lori from the Loud House, and also don't forget Fred will get disappointed in ground. You give you a punishment day and a concussion time and a whooping torture.
No.
at
It
the
would be
time.
more better. Don't
And
forget about
also,
the Outlaw,
one more.
though.
Mama Luigi
The
from
Outlaw,
SML
dude.
will. And don't forget, Mama Luigi from SML would also give you a slam dunk time for your
Oh
punishment.
yeah, from Toad.
And
From
Sir
Toad.
Top and Hell
yeah,
will also
definitely.
send you to the other rail. And Jim Vander
Oh,
called
Bad
that
as you
Rail
did
Fender
in Shadow
YouTuber.
Realm, yeah.
If he also catches you trying to copyright stuff like you're doing right now, Race C Boy, then he'll terminate. He'll terminate you with his gun, and you'll be terminated.
Dude, he's gonna terminate you
Just like
because of that,
Terminator.
dude. Not gonna lie.
Maybe
Please
we should
stop. No
Yeah,
copywriting,
bro.
because we don't
We're just
wanna
giving
get
you a
on the
warning,
station.
okay? If you
Just
do it
newfangled
again,
nonsense
we're gonna kick you
and
out, okay?
of discussion.
This
And
ain't
also,
this
they
ain't
should have
funny,
just
bro.
kept to 1278
Wow.
because theoretically, I mean, with the 3254, they wouldn't have to retire it back in 2012. At least they wouldn't have to
Okay.
or
Racy Boy's not
something
looking, dude.
like
You gotta
that.
kick
What
him
do you
out,
think?
dude. No, thank you.
Can I get him
Right
out?
there. No,
I get
no,
him
he's
out?
done. He's done. Let's
he
just hope
finished
he doesn't do it again.
his
This is the
Yeah,
last
and
warning,
also,
dude. This
and
is,
you know what?
you have
How about
3
we
strikes.
go
You got
to
2
the
That's
strikes.
fine.
Need one
Roundhouse
more.
and ask them for the Canadian Pacific 1278 steam locomotive that will, and we'd be like, oh, here's a pop ship, and also.
I
And
mean,
also,
if you
and
guys
then we
like,
could have the
if we have
1278
other
back,
future
because-
crashing activities, I could add the
Good job.
Chernobyl as our disaster that we can discuss about, because I know about that. I know the Chernobyl.
Yeah, and
disaster.
also
I searched about it.
the 1278. And after we donate this piece of shit to the Age of Steam Roundhouse, which is aka the Canadian National 3254, the Canned Canuck on this channel, which is an derogatory and insult nickname. And also we can have 1278 back running at Steamtown. And we'll be
Oh, yeah.
like, ooh, this was F no, and I mean ooh, this was F Nelson. Ooh, this was F Nelson's. Ooh, this was F Nelson Blount's favorite locomotive.
Hey,
because
turn
F
it off.
Nelson Blount, the original owner of
Oh, what's going on?
Steamtown,
Oh,
he
hey, kick him out,
wanted
kick him out,
to
dude. Kick him
run
out.
it either way. Hey, and that's like respecting his wishes, Manuel. That's right. What, like respecting his wishes.
Exactly, but
Make
like,
sure to be
but like,
respectful
also like, don't forget
and
about if you guys,
really
if,
useful,
Racy
just like
Boy. Not only
Tommy.
that, Edward
Or
and
else the
Sasha are
fact
gonna
that
do something,
you'll
but don't forget
cause
about the
more
Outlaw.
confusion
Sorry.
in the
You'll cause you
land.
problems, dude.
And
Don't
but
forget about Tony the Outlaw.
no, you had to sell the locomotive to Gettysburg Railroad. And Gettysburg
true.
Railway, more like Gettysburg Railway.
Oh,
Oh
So-
my god, that actually has a nice ring to it. Not gonna lie, has a nice ring to it.
So I
But,
can't
like-
just realize.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
just-
that's
I
understandable.
can't believe what happened to 1278. But unfortunately, constitute the Boston, Maine,
Yeah.
and also after Baldwin 060 Switcher number 26, X ran again, and it was steamed up for the first time
Stop it.
since like 16 years in 2000 mid 2015. Manuel,
Yep.
and then restored to running condition, and and made its first ever revenue excursion run in 19 revenue excursion service in April of 2016. The Canadian the Canadian National 3254 sits disappointingly at Steamtown. So to all the and also the Canadian Pacific 2317 locomotive is currently nowadays.
Stop.
The Canadian Pacific G3C 462 Pacific number 2317 is nowadays waiting under an overhaul, and thankfully, and excitingly, the absolute best news that the Steamtown is also restoring the Boston, Maine P4A 462 Pacific type steam locomotive number 3713, in which since 1998, Manuel, they're still taking
Yep,
forever
1998.
steam restoration. Yeah, and also it's one of the
And I also
components that
just found out
suffered
something
rare.
else when I was rewatching my Life Teenage Robot. Actually,
They
you remember
they
that
have
title
like
card called Pest Control?
350,000, I believe. I mean, like $450,000, and also $750,000 needs to be raised. That's their long-term goal, and
Oh yeah,
also
definitely.
What's your
the
What's your
overhaul of the
favorite
Canadian
characters?
Pacific 2317 steam locomotive. It was it's winning under the, you know what I'm trying to say, it's winning under the a longer term planned overhaul in the long run 30 to 54 caused and right.
Exactly. But
Can't
like,
believe.
just also
And
have another question too.
8713, the Constitution's restoration is like $450,000 left to be completed.
Man, dude, like honestly, I don't blame honestly, but like this is something else that I
And
also want to
also,
know
if
about
I
so
have
much
like,
about America.
if I have like 25 million, $4 million, then I would just make a huge one of the most gigantic donations to Steamtown to restore the 3713 just in time, instead of letting it take, let them restore it forever, because they're nowadays lazy, because they care more about the big boy.
I
Because
mean,
it's a
like the
little,
big
maybe a
boy's
little bit
alright,
overrated,
dude.
but
Just
still.
think about it. Like, think about it in this way: the big boy's
And also
good. Come
Reading
on, think about it.
2124, and also
Don't forget about Cotton
Steamtown
Belt,
has
though.
little
Actually,
interest.
that even though
And
that engine's
also
preserved, I
Steamtown has
still
little
like it.
interest in restoring
Yeah.
the nickel plate 759 steam locomotive. But
Dude, they're
according
supposed to
to
bring
my
back the
friend
Cotton Belt, dude. I love that
Dominic
engine.
Race,
Me
I
too.
love that
according to
engine.
my friend Dominic Race on Instagram, aka Pennsylvania Railroad 6200, which is my friend on TikTok, I would recommend you go follow him and send you the link for it.
All right. You can send it. You can send it to me in the Discord. In the Discord
And the
DMs.
Discord in the live,
You gonna watch
then
or
I
not?
would highly recommend. And you then also his
That's
future
not enough
plans is to
Cheerios.
restore the
No, Racy
Nickel
boy, let's
Plate
not
Road
play that, okay?
759,
Please.
and
I'm
also the
giving you
Reading
three strikes.
No.
You got two strikes.
44
One more
Northern.
and you're out, okay? You're out.
And also one more strike and you're out.
Oh man.
With this
Exactly,
new
one more
fatal
strike,
nonsense
dude. You're
and the
out, dude.
discussion
Don't
to
let
stop
the
from
outlaw do
amphibious.
something to you, dude. I mean, like, wait, Alicia, do you also have a Roblox username? Because I can add you.
Yeah, it's Elijah6407.
Send it to me in the Discord, in the DMs, so I can add you.
And
I actually
also
have
the
Roblox
Canadian
too.
National
Oh, really?
3254.
Yes, I do.
All right, put it in the comments
And
so I can
also
paste your
Dominic
username.
Grace, aka the
All right.
Pennsylvania Railroad
I'll
6200,
get it.
on
All right.
Instagram and
I'll
on
send it right
TikTok
now.
and also on YouTube
All
and
right, go
sometimes
ahead.
on Twitter. Or hopefully he may restore the Nickel Plate Road 759 and also the Reading T140 for North, the number 124, and the Pennsylvania Railroad M1B 482 Mountain Type number 6755. But it's gonna take like $25 million or even between $4 million or even $44 million because of this.
Exactly.
You have to
I
work
mean, like,
another money.
I mean, Alicia, you
And
did see my
also-
TikTok video, right? That I put about the Chernobyl disaster. Actually,
Yep,
that was actually a clip from the movie.
While we're on the topic of Steamtown, why doesn't Constitution get Boston Maine 3713 doesn't get that much fame, and very few people care about it?
Well, first of all, now that I'm thinking
They
about
care
this,
more
I would say
about the
probably the government should
locomotives.
not be involved with this kind of stuff. You know, like the government should not be
And
involved with anything
also,
like this. You
the
know, that's
3713
one
is
thing.
one
That's
of
one
only
thing.
6 remaining Boston Maine steam locomotives, and also it is one of only 2 remaining Boston Maine 462 Pacific Tip steam locomotives in the entire world. The other one being its older sibling, number 3666, that was built in December of 1913, which sunk at the Piscataqua River on Sunday at 7:20 p.m. at the Piscataqua River, which is nowadays resides there. And if I'm completely honest, if I had like $44 million, then I would donate to the government of New Hampshire's Department of Transportation so they would restore it.
Exactly.
Also, real
And just out of curiosity too,
thank
like
you,
now that I'm thinking
Gracias, for
about
sending
this.
me this Roblox train and username.
No problem.
Gonna add you later. And
Yeah,
also,
we'll add you later. Right now, like, cause like we have school tomorrow and everything. I
also
might add you later on if I'm free.
the Constitution, aka Boston Maine, and also the Boston Maine 3713, the Constitution train, will be one of only 2 operating New England's railroad steam locomotives, along with Maine Central C3 462 Pacific number 470, which hopefully that will happen in 2024 for its 100th birthday, which I may see. go see in person in the not too distant future on one of my vacations to Maine. And I would want to visit Maine because I've been to Maine like when I was a toddler and went on a boat.
Yeah. We've been on boats actually. I've been in one boat one time with my family one time. We were fishing actually at the time.
I
That's
don't
pretty fun.
know.
I went on
I
a
think
boat
I might
twice
have been
trying
on
to
a
catch
boat,
a
but I
fish
don't
with
know.
Mr. Bill and my dad Frankie.
Oh my god! I tried
tragically,
to
we
grab a
went
fish, but I
catching the
ended
fish.
up just like
Yeah,
throwing. I just
I know.
ended up jumping out of the boat and just swimming and catching the fish. Oh my god! I was a
I'm
kid
sorry.
back then. I was
I'm
a
sorry.
kid back then. I
Catching
didn't know what was I
fish,
doing.
at a lake,
Alright.
it would be nice, Manuel. It'll be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I swam in the lake actually just to catch the fish. Was it worth
I
it?
also
No,
swam in
it was
some
not.
lakes like at
It was not worth it.
the Camp Willow Run, which is a Christian camp in Littleton, North Carolina. Like from
Oh,
July
I heard of that actually. I heard of that.
Sunday, July 4th of July, Saturday, July 4th, 2020. He went to Saturday, July 10th of 2022. The same exact day when the Owl House Season 2 episode, looking through the glass ruins, where Bria made her appearance and Amity's hair was down, and when Amity got fired from her Bonesboro Library job.
Yeah. And now that I'm thinking about this, like I was actually doing something else. So
Owl
I was
House
like
episodes,
rewatching Last Show,
and
right?
how
Because why not?
Amity
Because I'm
kissed
bored.
loose on the cheek.
Oh yeah, definitely. I saw that. And anyway, like, but this is something
And
else that
also,
also got
don't
me shocked
forget
when I was watching
that the
MLATR.
Steamtown, and also back in 2018, Steamtown stated that the Canadian National 3370, the aforementioned Canadian National 3377, will be the next candidate for steam restoration, steam locomotive at Steamtown.
Hey,
after they're
copyright,
done
dude.
finishing with Boston, Maine,
Racy boy.
3713. I
Thank
think
you.
that's the last.
God damn it.
Right, dude. Racy boy, we weren't kidding, dude. We were actually gonna kick you out, dude.
Ah,
I think
be
that's
dumb.
your
Yeah.
final warning.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
his warning.
I think it
that's
is.
his final.
It's
Yeah,
final.
he did 3 times. He did 3 times.
So
Terminated.
3 is the
Die, Racy
maximum
boy.
limit. So
You
get
just
him
reached
out.
your limit, dude. If
Can I
you
get
would
him
have
out?
disobeyed, you would have been fine.
Get him out.
Yeah, just get him. Just do it.
All right, first time being in person.
I
Also,
better
after
ship.
they're
Honestly, that
done
was my
with the
first time,
restoration of
honestly.
3377, they can
Oh my
finally
God. I
better
finish
ship
the
to the
restoration
Shadow
But like,
Legends.
dude,
and
like no,
overall
real fan
2217.
K, like, dude.
But
how did you
anyways,
find?
that's all
you
for the
know?
episode. And the next episode, we're going to be talking about more of the good engines at Steamtown.
Can we also by the way, can we also have another crashing activity stream if we can talk about other events that nobody knows or nobody even heard of, you know?
And
'Cause I
also,
got a
don't
lot,
forget
actually,
to
that
talk
not
about
people
the
don't
animals
know.
of the biology too, and also the top 6, and also the top 20 worst kids cartoons.
Oh,
Okay,
Worst
that's
cartoons
good.
of all time, TV shows of all
Oh
time.
my God, we all know. And
No,
don't even get
but
started
we're
with
not gonna.
6, dude. I have 10.
We're not gonna put Bluey or Ben and Holly or Nina Needs to Go and Peppa Pig too.
All right.
Oh,
Because
gosh.
some of us are neutral with this show, and
I'm neutral with
wrote this-
anything, dude. Honestly, I'm neutral with anything. I mean, I didn't even know about My Little Pony. Actually, I don't even know that show. I didn't even see.
I heard about My Little Pony before, but I don't watch it no more.
I mean, I never heard of it, dude. I never heard of it, never seen it, so I'm just neutral. I don't know the show, and until I see the show.
you should start watching and seeing how it looks in Netflix.
No, Netflix. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. It's because the problem is that my Netflix subscription already ended, dude. It already ended. I'm trying to buy a new one. That's the thing. We're trying to find one, you know.
Me too. Same with my Disney Plus one.
Oh yeah, my Disney Plus also expired too. Oh my God. The only thing that's actually working for me is my Hulu. That's it. Nothing else. It's like my mom
Hulu might be
it's
working
actually
for me
not there.
too, and Netflix, along with Netflix too. So I get to finish watching the Cuphead show, and also.
Oh, I want to watch the Cuphead show. Now that I'm thinking about it.
And I need to I need to continue watching Fairly Odd Parents too, and also Glitch Text.
Did you
about
you
Glitch
watch
Text?
Show,
Why do
right?
they
Did
keep
you
talking
rewatch
about
some
being
season 1?
obsessed with Miko?
Oh yeah, definitely.
She's a minor.
Why would they do that though?
Why would they keep
No.
sexualizing
People
her?
are obsessed with
Taking
this other one
with
called
the words,
Doki Doki
and
Literature
also
Club, or
making some
DDLC.
fan arts of her that starts with an N that we're not into.
Yeah, damn, that's messed up.
Because NSFW.
No, dude, but no, I've seen way worse stuff. I mean, you know Kitty Catwell from Tough Puppy, that Nickelodeon show?
Kitty
people
Catwell,
make
they
that
have a lot. And also Nicole
Oh
Waterston.
yeah, definitely. Don't remind me of that. Don't remind me.
Don't say the and also don't.
I'm
mention
not
that
saying.
word.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying
It's
it.
like the other N word that is racist.
Well, yeah, but we know those two types of N words. Some of them are the good. Some of them are the disgusting, and the other
I
one is
am
just
so
racist.
glad I don't see them.
I don't say it either. I mean, like,
And I
I
mean,
mean, we
like,
play Grand Theft Auto, and they say
No,
those kind of
I
stuff.
hate
In
that
Grand Theft
word.
Auto,
I
they say
really,
that, but I
really,
don't
really,
imitate
really,
that
really
stuff.
mean it. I would never dare call someone that too,
No,
especially you
dude.
guys,
What happened
because
with Junior,
that's
dude?
respecting your wishes.
Remember what happened with Junior when he said the N
But
word from SML?
no, a lot of rap music has a
Oh,
lot of that
gosh.
N words.
Oh my
And-
god, he just said the N word. Oh my god.
Hey,
Not
Yeah,
by
the
the way,
full
guys.
one.
But real fast, bro. You should keep making those kind of train documentaries, dude. Like you should, dude.
Like
I
those
know, I
train
should be getting
documentaries
into
too.
it.
I mean, not only I do trains, but also cartoons, cars, planes, and also about movies and TV shows, and also history stuff and animal
I'm
stuff,
actually planning to do some more
geography.
history
I'm into
videos.
Titanic,
and
actually.
hopefully.
Not gonna lie, I'm into
And
Titanic.
also, we may talk some stuff about the history of our lives. Like we can talk about your history and my history.
Well, let's
Oh,
okay.
gosh,
Like,
don't talk
if
about
we're gonna
my
say
history.
that, we have to make sure it's nothing that's personal, dude. We cannot say nothing.
Nothing
personal,
that
because
is
that's against the law.
personal.
Yeah, nothing that's not personable. Yeah, exactly.
I
You
know.
know, we should
but
just talk
my-
about like
my-
real life
my
stuff that we like.
history
You know, like
is
what do we like? What's our
crazy.
favorite food, music, that kind of way. Like,
Okay, that makes me better now.
exactly. Yeah,
And with
yeah,
that,
I get it.
and
I mean,
anyways,
dude, I
well,
try
I'm
making
gonna
it more
end the stream
nicer,
right now,
dude.
and it's time to go to sleep for me. Hopefully, guys, I'll
Yep,
see you
me
next
too.
time.
I'm gonna stay
Make sure to
all
like,
night
comment,
because I'm gonna
share.
try to find
Let videos to your
something
friends, subscribe, and click the notification button where the bells to be alerted
Yes,
when a new
subscribe if
videos
you want.
uploaded. You can also find my other platforms like I have a lot like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook,
Yeah, you have a
Instagram,
lot
Snapchat,
of
TikTok,
platforms that I saw.
Discord. If my
Yeah,
invitation
honestly,
like
I wish
is
I have.
never
I wish I
expired.
still have my old Twitter account. I got
And
banned
also
on Twitter.
Messenger,
I got
How'd you got
exposed. I
banned?
got
Messenger,
canceled.
WhatsApp, DeviantArt, Tumblr,
I also
Spotify,
have
Newgrounds,
DeviantArt
TikTok,
too,
Pixiv,
and
Patreon,
Instagram, Roblox,
and PayPal
and
me.
TikTok.
And also I have Patreon because I'm an 18-year-old now and I have Patreon. So if you guys are 18, if any of you guys are 18, watching this video that are 18, then I would highly recommend you subscribe
I
to my
already passed
Patreon.
18 already. I'm now 20.
Oh wow!
So I'm gonna send you the
I'm
link
16,
to my Patreon.
honestly.
But anyways,
Yeah.
and until next, and also don't forget to PayPal me too. And then, until next time, this is Amity Blind, SB4449 fan, and I wish you all good luck and night bye. See you guys later.
And that's all, folks.
Later.
Don't forget to subscribe to the
And
YouTube
that's
channel.
all, folks. That's
Bye,
all,
everyone.
Folks, too, just like Later Tunes. And with on that bombshell, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. Good night. And
Bye-bye.
that's all, folks. Peace. God bless you all.